When I start talking about Bitcoin and crypto, I always think about three different buckets, where in bucket one, and this is really what the current legislation has already started to solidify and potentially continuing to solidify. So in bucket one, there is Bitcoin and nothing else. We believe it is the best store of value. We believe it's the hardest money possible, hardest in the sense that it's hard or impossible to create more of. There will only be 21 million Bitcoin, and that's different from virtually, I'll skip over to bucket three, which is every other crypto. So crypto means that there is a centralized authority that issues the tokens, which is very different than Bitcoin. Bitcoin has no central authority, which is often why we refer to it as, or here to refer to it as, decentralized. With crypto, you have a central organization who controls the main supply. They also, in many cases, have the ability to simply negate transactions or roll back transactions, which can be very problematic or concerning for some folks if they're on the unfavorable side of that. And we often refer to bucket three crypto as kind of a casino, where I suppose there is a purpose for a casino, right? If you're going into it to gamble and speculate, but we really don't think of it as prudent in a financial plan and from an allocation perspective. And then to backtrack a little bit, in bucket two are what's called stable coins, which the recent legislation supports and solidifies, where essentially you have a cryptocurrency which is pegged to the dollar or some kind of asset, but specifically the dollar is the most popular. And that's extremely popular for many people overseas who simply don't have access to the dollar and need some kind of somewhat stable currency to transact. And it also provides a lifeline for lowering costs and being able to transact across borders and whatnot.
Okay, so Bitcoin is different from every other crypto. Every other one has unlimited, they could just keep, I'm not going to say print because I know it's not printed, but releasing more and more of every other crypto.
That's definitely one part of it. The other big part of it is what backs Bitcoin. So we often hear about Bitcoin uses energy, which is absolutely true. And there's a reason for that. The energy consumption is a way to secure the network. And it is a way for folks who, so if you're not spending energy or money, essentially, you can cheat the system. And that's really the way that Bitcoin is designed. It's called a proof of work system, where the energy is supporting the Bitcoin network. And as a result, it is the most secure computer network in the world.
Thank you for joining us today for another episode of Absolute Trust Talk Live. If you enjoyed listening in, then don't forget to subscribe. You can find us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you may listen by searching Absolute Trust Talk. While you're there, we would also love for you to leave us a review. And then why not share your favorite episodes with family, friends, or colleagues too? You can find all of our shows and corresponding show notes by visiting absolutetrustcounsel.com. You'll also find a variety of other free resources, including our ebooks, videos, blogs, presentations, and more. If you need help with your estate planning or administration, we also offer a free discovery call to help get the process started. You can find more information on booking your session by visiting absolutetrustcounsel.com/scheduling. Don't forget to keep an eye out for our next live episode. If you join us for the broadcast, you can submit questions during the show. But if not, don't worry. You can always get in touch with us by sending a quick message to info@absolutetrustcounsel.com. Thanks again for listening. We'll see you soon.